Hello everybody, my name is Blake, and today we're going to be trying something a little bit different. We are actually going to be playing some Terraria because I wanted to play the Split Mod. And I know that it's probably been done a bunch on YouTube, but this is actually my first time playing a modded run of Terraria. Now I'll clarify because I have played Tmod Loader quite a bit, but I've never done any mod that adds bosses or items or things. I just used like magic storage and things like that to kind of make the game a little smoother for me personally. But today we're going to be trying the Split Mod, which I am super excited about. We're just kind of customizing our character right now for the voiceover. Basically, the Split Mod, it adds some new bosses. It adds, I think it said 700 new items, which is insane. And I wanted to try it out just because, why not? And I thought I'd record it just to share the journey with everybody, for the experienced Terraria players, maybe the people that are looking at trying the mod, just whoever wants to watch it, you know? Now, I will clarify, I started on expert mode. I made an expert mode world just because I was kind of nervous. I had never played the mod before, whatever, and I might regret doing this later on, but I did end up changing it to master mode. Somewhere in the video, you can see here actually, I went master mode and then I kinda wimped out and went to expert mode, but we did end up switching it into master mode. So for the next episode, hopefully we'll have the Eye of Cthulhu relic. Maybe I'll do it off camera, maybe I won't, but yeah, I just wanted to do this little intro bit to kind of introduce what's going on before we hop into the game. Like all good playthroughs, we start by chopping wood. Now, I try and cut out a lot of these little detail things, but you gotta start by chopping up some wood. After that, we start to build some housing for ourselves, as well as trying to get some housing down for the NPCs, whether they like it or not. After that, we start to take a look at the boss checklist that I have, because I am really interested in this mod and all the bosses it has to offer, and there's a ton, so I'm super excited. After that, we actually end up finding a underground desert opening, which is really nice for us because our main goal for this first bit is to find an extractinator. Now, if you don't know what the extractinator does, it allows you to extract certain things from different materials like desert fossils, which we find a lot of. And basically, it's a really easy way to get gems for the magic storage, as well as build up, you know, some early game armor for ranger, things like that. The only issue is that the underground desert sucks. I don't know if there's something in this game that I dislike more than the underground desert. It always sucks. I always die, as you will see very quickly, and it's a chore. So we end up dying and actually dropping 1 gold, which I didn't realize. So we find a different hole. It's actually on the other side of the desert, which is really funny. And things are going good. We're exploring this side, you know, we're being a little more cautious, trying to take out the traps, things of that nature. And yeah, everything is going pretty good in the underground desert, all things considered. That sucks. After our armor blunder, we end up actually making the correct gear that we need and getting kind of a buff before going back into the underground desert, because it can be very tricky even with armor, and not having armor just made it way harder. So we end up going back down, trying to retrieve our gold and our things. Invaders! What the hell? What? Why me? Why me? Why me? Yeah, so after all that, we decide it's time to just go explore somewhere else. And we end up going to the left a little bit and finding the snow biome, which is really nice because you can get some sneaky good stuff from the frozen chests that are underground, as well as some of the NPCs drop some nice things, some of the mobs. Oh. What the hell's going on down here? What the f is a witness? What the hell is that thing? I don't want him to witness me. Okay. Oh! Oh my god. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna do that. And the heart's sitting right there. Art. A wooden racket. Sure. I kind of want to see enchanted racket. Sure. I want to see what that does. That's kind of fun. Oh. Okay, it's kind of slow. It's not horrible though. I want to try it. With our new upgrades, we decided to try and take on the underground desert again, this time with a little more armor and a way better weapon, in my opinion. The racket actually does a pretty good job for the most part, and we're actually able to get pretty far into the caves, only dying a couple of times to unfortunate circumstance. Maybe put a couple more torches down so I can see the enemies, but other than that, it is going okay. It's nothing that we can't handle, nothing too crazy. We're still just on the hunt for this extractinator. We have not found one, and I don't want to spoil when we get it, but it is a long time. Oh. Well. That works too. Oh! Yeah, so one thing I actually didn't even notice until rewatching it is a piece of sand fell on the explosive, and that's what blew it up and got me killed. I don't really understand the range of those things still, and also it never happens again, so thank God. But with that death, we decide to explore to the right more and try and hopefully get to the beach and find all the different biomes. As you can see, we are expertly traversing the jungle. Why did I leave that part in? As you can see, we are expertly traversing the jungle, figuring out a way to place platforms quick, and eventually we are actually able to also find the corrupt biome, and we actually get through that pretty easy. I think I said it in the video, I don't know if I kept it in, but normally when I go to the corrupt biome, I always die at least once trying to get there, so it was kind of nice just being able to get through on my first go around. What in the hell? I don't mess with that. Oh. It seems to explode? Oh, and it does the thing where you cannot use any items. That's super dope. I don't like that. We are ripping the... Oh, yeah. Otter walking boots. Nice. Feeling lucky, we decide that maybe we should take on the underground jungle again. And it's going pretty well. We're killing the enemies. We're getting down into the deeper layers. Hopefully trying to find a house and an extractinator. Oh. Oh. I think I would have actually spazzed a little bit. I might have broken the sound barrier. I still might. Thank you, Golfer, for sitting and watching. Preesh. Whoa. Oh. Yeah, so the underground desert really is not my spot. And the earlier that I can get out of it, the better. Because it got to a point where I was like literally doing these tunnels for every single time I was going down into the mines. I was using so much wood and resources just to try and maneuver around. So we ended up pivoting and trying to find a sky island. So I maybe missed one, but oh. Speaking of... I won't lie, I'm kind of sad about that. Luckily, in the next Sky Island we found, we were actually able to get a Star Fury, and it wasn't the worst reforge in the world. So we decided to take our new weapon down into the underground desert, and to be honest, the Star Fury kind of shreds. I think it's really good in the early stages of the game, especially for a pre-boss weapon, and it really deals with the underground desert pretty well, because the stars are able to clear the cactus traps, as well as these newfound giant explosions. Oh! From a distance where I don't even have to worry about coming into contact with them or being in the blast radius. So it's really nice for kind of clearing out the way and dealing with some of the harder to hit enemies in the underground desert. Oh, we actually ended up finding a second desert house, but it didn't have anything for us as well, and it kind of sucked. So after a little bit of losing my mind, I actually learned that you could fish up 5 wooden crates and get the extractinator that way by crafting it at a workbench. So that's what I did, and I ended up getting it, and it was so nice to be able to use it and get everything we needed for the magic storage, as well as beefing ourselves up a little bit before our first boss fight of the run. Oh. While we're building up our arena, I just wanted to say thank you for watching this very first episode. It originally was supposed to be about 20 to 30 minutes long, and I ended up cutting a lot more than I maybe should have or thought I should. So moving forward, the videos will probably be a little longer than this one, but I just wanted to get one boss down and call it a day. So we started sleeping until we felt an evil presence watching over us, and eventually the Eye of Cthulhu spawned in. I decided to go with my racket. I really wanted to use the new weapons and the new items. Honestly, it kind of felt like the best option. I switched to the bone javelins for a little bit, but they kind of sucked, so I went back to the racket to finish off the fight. We eventually get it down into second phase, and I hate Abigail the summon. I'm just going to say that now. She does not do a lot for the fight, but eventually, despite Abigail, we defeat the Eye of Cthulhu, and we have officially started our split run. Whoa. The Call of Cthulhu. What? Whoa, it's a racket! Dude, that's sick! I didn't know he had a racket. Okay, that is pretty dope. And it's a good... Okay. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Peace!